Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the CommanderSmiths at patreon.com. Welcome to the CommanderSmiths.
We are the CommanderSmiths.
You're just going to keep going with it. I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowery Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
This is episode 213, and, well, we had a great topic last week. We have a shitty one this week. No, I was kidding. It's kind of playing off the similar vibe of last week's episode, right? I mean,
we planned this, too.
Yeah,
it's not like, hey, last week did well. Let's
keep doing the same thing over and over again, because we know that works. Before, when we did, what was the one this summer? It was cards you should
how
be
to kill,
playing.
How to deal with.
No, it was we did the one that was really big was cards you should be playing. Remember that? And we went through a bunch of cards and we're like, holy shit, that did really good. We still have part of our list left. Let's go through the rest of it. And then the next week was part 2.
Yeah.
You
listeners, you're a tricky bit. You're a tricky bunch of cats we got to herd somehow. We don't know what you want. Just tell us what you want and we'll talk about it.
This is funny because it's like, yeah, that was great. I like that episode. Oh, but you're doing it again, but with more. Yeah, not going to listen to that episode. Boring. So what are we actually doing today, though?
Okay. So we kind of had this idea, but also it coincides. We're gonna talk about a meme that our Discord posted, and I kind of found it on Reddit. Googling it, but it is the stereotypes of EDH commander decks
of color
and
like
their colors.
Yeah.
Yes. So every color has a stereotype on this meme. We're going to verify if it's true or false and talk about other pros and cons of that color combination.
Yeah, we'll just do a quick thing because if we go through all, how many is there total?
There'd be 5, 10 is 15, then another 10 is 25, then
and
another 5 is
5 numbers,
like 30,
math.
30. It's like 31. 31.
So that would take a long time if we actually broke down like we did last week of pros and cons.
It'll be like
each.
Our Legends review.
Yeah, exactly.
30 cards.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We have crazy Stump the Smith Savant, which holy balls, you guys went crazy this week.
Fine.
We doubled the amount of entries this week. And actually, to give you a little heads up, one of the people that put in their suggestion this week is the one that got drawn for this week. So it is Mr. And I don't know if it's Roberto 7 or if it's Robert 07. Like, I think it's Roberto 7 is what I'm guessing.
I mean, they could be Irish, though.
Robert.
Robert.
Well, it's Robe Ear 27.
I mean, like it could be Robert 07.
Kid can't even read. Robert.
That's a good point. All right, we have buttons for a reason.
So we have a record-breaking Stump the Smith Savant. Jin is on the line along with Temple Garden, along with Sword of Hearth and Home. All freaking amazing cards. So we got a lot of entries. Thank you guys for submitting those. Again, just a reminder with that stuff. Once you put your name in, you're in until you get drawn. So you don't have to keep doing it each week. I write down what your suggestion is and all that stuff. But
if you have other ideas, you can still add it in, and then your name stays
drawn
in.
Right. That's what happened with Renshai, because he kept coming up with more and more. And so every time I drew his, I was like, do you want to use this next one? Yep. And then so his went right back in there. This week he did not get drawn, so
thank God.
That'll be next week. He was actually live.
Every other week.
The funny thing is he was live with me when I was doing Proxy Time, which is when I draw the name. And he's like, please don't draw my name. Please don't draw my name. He said, if you draw, can you please just draw somebody else? I was like, actually, Larry had that exact same idea just to fuck with you. Just to like, Renshai and draw somebody else. So yeah, we got that. We have the results of Staple Versus last week, which was, what was it again? It was
Blade of Selves versus Helm of the Host.
Yeah, that's.
Was it good or bad? Pretty bad.
It was,
shit.
Interesting.
Oh, fine.
Oh, the Discord made it very interesting. I'll tell you that. But I think this week the crown may pass to you going to next week. We'll see, because this is a tough one. What's our matchup for this week?
This week is going to be Cyclonic Rift versus Ajani Strength of the Pride. What the shit? We're not gonna say who has what.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. I got some good arguments here. We'll see here. So
how do you even put Cyclonic Rift on the ledge with anybody? Card.
You giving it away? How many decks do you have it in?
I don't know, like 1, 2. I have it in Glenn and I have it in Omnath.
Love it so much. We're giving away who has what. What are you drinking, by the way? I just drank my drink.
Oh, that's a good point.
I am drinking currently right now. It's a Baneri Banana, acai, and granola smoothie sour.
Well, that sounds like a lot of words.
Look at the guy on the front. It's like a bear. It is actually really good.
I am drinking Tin Whiskers Fruity Stay Puffed. It is a cereal.
I feel
fruity rice cereal bar lager. If I did, I forgot it, and I'm not happy right now. Good? So I don't know. I'm always disappointed with Tin Whiskers. So
I didn't say where this one's from.
I don't know. They have really good names and they have really good ideas, but it always just feels like it falls flat. So next week's going to be fun.
Collective Arts is the name of this brewery.
Company?
Collective Arts. Yep.
Oh.
Collective Arts Creativity. Interesting.
Like brewery?
That's what it says on the thing. It says Collective. Where's the brewery? Brewed by Collective Arts.
I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't trust them at all.
Well, it is a Scani. It's Wakani, Wisconsin. No, Wanaki, Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's almost like Milwaukee, but with a W, but nothing else is spelled the same. So just a kid can't even read.
So
I do want to. There is another one that she got me that I'll probably have next, but it's Haterade. God, get the Haterade. Yeah, and that one has fruit punch inspired Berliner Weiss, whatever.
Haterade.
God,
hate.
Yeah, so that one should be interesting. That's my second beer.
And I'm going to go into barrel-aged Moose Boots. This is from Prairie Artisan Ales. What is funny about that?
Just the names.
Barrel-aged Moose Boots? Moose Boots sound boss right there. And then the art is a moose with boots, clearly.
It's pretty awesome.
And this is a donation, a generous donation from iBook Hockey.
iBook Hockey?
iBook Hockey?
iBook Hockey. Okay, I got it. I should also, this is from J. Wakefield Brewing, which is in Miami, Florida. A Miami, Florida brew.
Oh.
Hey.
Hate.
Haterade. Maybe that's why it's the lemonade, because it's warm down there kind of thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
So anything happened this week with you? I did some climbing wall stuff. I was working on my new climbing wall, painting that like mountains. And I actually went climbing with my bro, Nick, today.
Nice.
And the boys we went to Vertical Endeavors, the old school. We went to St. Paul, buddy.
I like that one.
We used to go there all the time before kids.
Yep.
BK.
I was always that first year when Drake was born, you went climbing and just sat him in the car seat.
That's what I told him. I was
not in the car, but like detachable.
Yeah, I just left him in the car. I just looked out the window at him. No, I told him that. I was like, actually, I brought either the car seat up, or when you got a little older and you're rolling, I put the blanket down and just laid you there.
Yeah.
We just bouldered. Yeah. It was fun. I was getting them. We got them on the belays. So
okay. They're big enough. They're big enough for that now.
Yeah. Well, when Zeke would let go of the wall, he would slowly drop to the floor.
How much does he weigh now?
He's like 45 pounds or something like that.
All right. Lowery weighs not that much.
Yeah. So they did good. But I climbed probably 5 or 6 routes, and they climbed about 15 because they climb up and then they get
endless
too high,
energy.
And then they go, I'm scared, and they drop down. hit the ground, climb right back up to the same spot. And I'm like, just go one further. But yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You got any? Did you do anything today at all, or this week, I should say?
Well, I got my kids back into daycare.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. A little bit of freedom, catching up. Did a bunch of jobs that was supposed to get done the last 3-4 months. Just like packing them all into today and Wednesday, and
didn't it feel like you got a shit ton done then?
Yes, I absolutely did. I did like 5 things.
Yeah, and you're like, holy shit, this is what it's like without kids.
Yep. Last week was fun because Elise started like taking her jammies off and like ripping her diaper off in the middle of the night, and then 2:30 in the morning she just covered in piss, and you're like, God damn it. She's crying and cold, and you're like, okay,
you're crying and cold.
Throw her in the bath, just throw water on her, soap her, throw water on her. She's crying the whole time. Everybody wakes up.
Oh, you're better at that than me, because we would just lay more blankets on top of the pee and then lay them back down. Like, we'll get it in the morning, buddy.
I mean, that makes sense too. But
I get so tired. I'm like,
I'm a bad sleeper, so I'm like, okay, now I can go to sleep after this. So
that sounds like fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big week in between the two. Between the night pisses and daycare.
And you got a new computer that's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I mean, woo! I was gonna say something when they actually got here.
Oh.
So ordered, got an oil change and new brakes, and
look at this.
Yeah,
you're adulting like crazy, buddy.
Yeah, it was hardcore adulting today. Went grocery shopping even. It was crazy.
Balls.
Yeah, because I don't do that with kids.
It's all in the Discord. You had a little poop incident with that, huh?
Oh, that's true. Yes, because it was early, so I took an early poop. Normally I poop around 9:30, and that's when it hit me.
Like,
you got that little bit of butt puckering, and you're walking, you're clenching your ass real hard, and you're like, oh, this isn't going away. So you stop, fake look at your phone like you're scrolling, but it's just a blank screen. You're like, go away, calm down. You start trying to figure. I'm in the back of the store, which is not where the bathroom's gonna be, and you're like. It just went longer than it was supposed to. That was a full 2-3 minutes of worrying about shit in my pants.
You're looking for the nearest pine tree so you can pull over and go poop under?
I was in the milk section. I would have had to do it next to the chocolate milk or something.
Oh, that would have been perfect. Chocolate.
You got to have the camouflage somehow.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's got to be near the toilet paper there. You could have got in that aisle and just be like, I'm doing it.
It was the first time I'd been in that grocery store because it's near the kids' new daycare. And so I was like, nice. I don't know. I don't fucking know. God. And I got, I still hadn't shit. And I get in the car and then I finish off my coffee. And I'm like, oh, that was dumb. That was real dumb.
A good idea. That was not a good idea at all. The poop puckers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God. So it was a good shit when I got home. Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
Well,
it's always nice to have a good shit.
How about you? You went climbing? All right. We already talked about you. All right.
I went climbing.
Cool.
Went out for a friend's surprise. And that wasn't even a surprise birthday. It turned out that it wasn't a surprise, but got to go out, night out without the kids. And then it's just painting all weekend. So fun stuff. Okay. So we want to get to stuff. I think we can get to stuff.
Yeah, you can do stuff.
We can get to stuff. All right. You guys can support this podcast by jumping on jumping on Patreon and donating $1 or more. $1 gets you into the Discord and all that fun stuff. Gets you a nice little shout out here. Larry's going to keep drinking his beer in the background, just admiring what's going on over here. $5 or more, $5 or more gets you proxies each month if you so choose. You get to pick a proxy. If you get in the higher tiers, the more you can get. Also, foils have been a thing the last few months, and they look fantastic, especially with what's about to be happening.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you going to talk about them, or are you going to wait?
Well, we can talk about it. I mean, it's kind of in the video.
Check out Adam's Proxy Time from this last Sunday. He's good. It's showing off the new. He's making dual lands, and they look fucking amazing.
It's a collab with Lowery's idea. Here they are here too. If you want to see them, this is a non-foil. So I haven't even gotten to the foils yet. So that looks going to be the Underground Sea.
A little hard to tell, but like, so it's the unhinged lands merged together. Unstable lands. And so they're like mirroring each other, and then they have the old school like striped like text box for duels.
There he is.
And
they look freaking fantastic. And that was
the
Lowery's idea
crazy.
From 2 weeks ago when I was doing it. He got done. He's like, you should do the text box. And then we kind of just started working it out, trying to figure out how we could make it work. And
I was going to be lazy and just have the striped colored text box. No words, nothing.
Nothing, just
I was like, that's good. You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
But you took it to that fucking like,
well,
if I was at 10% of what I normally do and you're like 200%.
Yeah, because that was by far the most work. And then we even have some other ideas of going further. So if you guys
swear to God,
check
out that Proxy Time. Check out that Proxy Time. It's in the links down below.
There we go.
And it comes out in the first like 5 minutes where you kind of pull up
and the other ones.
And then
I design. I show you how to do the design of it later.
Yeah, like midway to the end.
Because we finished up the 10th one. We might as well talk about that right now. So YouTube, well, let's get to that. We're talking about now. So you can check out that was the 10th. So now all the duels are proxied. Like we have a one for all 10 duels. But now we're adding in this one that won't be on the Proxy Time videos except for that one. I have 2 more to go, and we'll have options of these. I keep going the wrong way with it. But then we have another idea with those as well. So these are going to look sweet, especially in the foils. So again, to support the show, it helps us every way. We are able to upgrade our stuff and all that fun stuff. It keeps, as other people say, the lights on, but it doesn't keep the lights on for us. It just helps support the show, keep doing what we're doing.
We record in our basements.
Yep. Especially
the lights were going to be there.
Yeah, right. So that is the financial way to support the show. The free way is to jump on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. That is the biggest. If you can't give us $1 a month, hey, that's totally fine. Totally get it. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and that is all you have to do. But you can also check out the podcast there. You can see everything we're talking about. When we're talking about all these cool proxies or the beers that we're drinking or all the shenanigans that's happening, check it out on the YouTubes. But there is a bi-weekly, twice a week bit that happens, and it is called Curated MTG and Lowery. What was this week's, as of Mondays, what was Mondays and Fridays curated? What was Monday first off?
I did the new card Swift reconfiguration, and that is in the Vehicles Precon deck, and it's talk about how it can go kind of like infinite with mana, which I think is fairly well known, but there's 2 other cards that I want to talk about that like allow you to just have all your opponents like discard their hand, along with preventing all the damage to your creatures all the time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a cool little card, and like it's great removal too. Like I need to get myself a couple more of these. I think it's a really good card.
One of them yet because it was in that precon and that was it. So
yeah, one thing that I didn't even talk about in Curated too is like if you can figure out what commanders you don't care if it's a creature or not and just want that static or activated ability to happen, I think it's a great card to protect your commander that way.
That's a good point
because
you turn
it into
just
one white, it's flash, and you can just like if somebody goes to remove it, you're like boom, not a creature anymore. Or whatever. So like I think it's a good protection card as well. So
yeah,
like,
we're pretty high on that card.
Good removal, and it has a couple of combos that go with it. I think it's a really really cool card.
What was the Fridays?
Shit,
I don't
remember. Nobody watched it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but maybe they will now. They just needed us to talk about it. Now you're gonna make me look.
Willbender or Willbreaker.
Oh, Willbreaker. Yep, Willbreaker.
Yeah. So it's a blue creature of whenever you target one of your creature's opponent's creatures. There we go. With I'm on my 3rd beer here.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun episode. Creatures opponents.
If you target their creatures, you get to steal them. And there's a couple of different ways on there to just kind of like steal everybody's creatures.
So that kind of fits in with your Hinata angle of that as well, right? That's why that card
it's
comes
real
in.
good in Hinata.
Yeah, sweet. So that was Fridays. Check out that. Curated is twice a week. Biggest thing with those is just watch the videos and then watch it again. Give it a like. Give it a little like, and that's all you got to do.
I try and keep it's under a minute. Yeah. It's like 45 seconds generally.
So just watch it.
It's just easy.
Just
easy.
do it.
Just do it.
Why is our voices go? Why we want you to do something? Our voices.
We're selling drugs right now. It's okay. You're gonna be fine.
Another weekly video typically is our Spotlight series. Either searching for the Spotlight. Last week we both did a MTG Switcheroo, so that's part of our Spotlight stuff. I did Yuriko. Did about 11 cards that I switched in and out, and then also switched out the lands. So I went with the Kamigawa lands instead of my unstable lands, which I love my unstable lands so much, but it fit with Yuriko so much better. So you can check out that video. Also, you did a Spotlight this weekend, and it was what? It was the vehicle deck, right?
Oh yeah, so I bought the pre-con.
Or not Spotlight, you did Switcheroo.
Yeah. I did a Switcheroo. So I just kind of took the pre-con and had a bunch of cards that I wanted to put in, and I didn't think I was going to switch in that much, but I ended up switching in about 20, 25 cards. Nice. And so
you upgraded
cool stuff that kind
deck.
of go there. Yeah.
Did you switch? I didn't actually get a chance to watch the video. Sorry.
Thanks. No, that's all right. I do that to you all the time.
Did you switch out lands as like one of the big things in that? Or?
No, I didn't switch out any lands, but I would.
Okay, so that'd be one of the upgrades to change that a little bit.
I was just kind of messing around with decks. Like, I think it's one of my more like lower powered decks, I would say, and that's okay. It's okay to have lower powered. I think that's just vehicles.
Would that be a good deck for somebody newer to use, or just lower power in general? Like, is it complicated? A little bit. I mean, you're dealing with vehicles, so having to deal with that is kind of a
I think the thing with vehicles makes it a little bit like you want to play the deck a certain way, and if you don't play it that way, I don't think it's going to be very good.
So it's a little bit
because like you need to crew your creatures, but also like I plan on wrathing and then creature attack with vehicles type thing. And so if you don't play it in that order, it's probably not very good. I don't know. We'll see.
Right. Cool.
We'll see.
So that is another MTG Switcheroo. And
you did Yuriko.
Yeah, that was,
You already talked about that.
Third beer in, Lowery. So then, like I mentioned earlier, Proxy Time is on Sundays, 7:30 typically, and last week was the final of the duels, and that was Savannah, and also debuted the special duels that we are doing. There's also where I do the drawing, and that is, I think. Oh no, I don't go to that yet. What am I doing? Don't get that far ahead of yourself, Adam. Yeah, I was about to get there already. Okay, so that is that. That is the free way to support the show. The other way you guys can check us out is on Twitter, and that's where you see the Twitter polls. You see everything that we're doing on YouTube also gets posted there. You also get to see like our Card Sphere stuff. I've been getting a lot of Card Sphere. I've got a lot of orders coming.
It's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Where's my good for you? But it you know what it's reminding me of?
Oh, good for you.
Kind of what I did with Puka Trade a little bit. Because how I utilized Puka Trade was I got rid of all the garbage stuff that I don't use and I know I'm not going to use and whatever. Not necessarily garbage, but I got rid of stuff. And
more
then
like the French version, garbage.
Where is it? There we go. So I got rid of all that stuff, and then I'd always get like unstable lands. Like my biggest thing, like my name was like, because I know in Puka you could change it, and mine was 20% increase on unstable lands or something like that. Unstable lands 20% bonus. That was my name because I just wanted unstable. So that's kind of what I did here. Is I went in and I'm like, I want all the new foil lands from Kamigawa. I liked the Midnight Hunt ones too because they're kind of like a full art. So I put those all in, and I put $100 in there, and all of a sudden by the weekend it was like, so I have about like 70 basic foil full art lands coming. So
wowzers!
Yeah. So yeah. So that's Twitter. Actually, I was talking about Card Sphere there, but it's Twitter is where you can see the mail day stuff, and then you guys can send us suggestions by direct messaging. Nope. Let's get back to this. Direct message us there on Twitter. You can also direct message us by emailing us at CommanderSmiths@gmail.com, or you can direct message me for the Stump the Smith Savant. Why am I not finding this? Oh, there it is. I just wasn't going far enough.
You lose the button?
Yeah, I did. All right. So you can direct message me as well for suggestions for this.
There we go.
It's time for everyone's favorite game show, Stump the Smith Savant.
That's going to be on the audio. You could delete that.
I cut you off sometimes.
Did you?
Sometimes you're like, Herbert, like I can't hear you like when it's happening, and then I hear it when I'm editing, and I'm like, nah, we're just going to cut Lowery out there.
Fair enough.
All right. If you guys don't know how this game works, I am going to ask yes or no question, or I'm going to read the flavor text. Sorry, I'm getting this. It's like I haven't done this, and
you're flustered.
I am. It's weird. It's just, I think because we have so many big prizes on the line right now, so I'm nervous. All right, so I'm going to read the flavor text of a card. Lowery is going to ask yes or no questions. Every yes, he'll hear this.
Hello, boobies.
Every no, he'll hear this.
Wrong.
He will get up to 5 wrong guesses, and he will get up to 3 clues. He can get a bonus clue if he can name everything about that card, but he doesn't know the actual name. He will get the initials on that as well. Again, what we have up for grabs is let me grab them quick if I can. The Temple Garden, that is the Ravnica one that just has some creases on it from being sent back from Card Kingdom. So we got that on there, and we got a Sword of Hearth and Home, the not foil etched, it's the foil retro of that. And then I don't have Jin yet, it's on its way, but the full art
Jin is on the way.
Jin, the new Jin is on the way. So that is all. If you guys can stump Lowery, is there anything else? And if you're going to submit, remember, direct message me if you're on the Discord or email, but it has to be in 5,000 EDH rec decks or more. So, all right. This one's an interesting one. Okay, again, this is either Roberto 7 or Robert 07. One of those names. I
mean, he could be like a spy with the British intelligence.
There we
like
go.
007, but Roberto 7. No. It's a fine joke.
All right,
I'm sure he's happy.
This is going to be a tough one. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
The waters smell oddly sweet, but do not be enticed. You don't want to meet what lurks below the surface. Soul Run Berserker Warrior? No, it's Berserk. Beskir. Bezkir Warrior, I think is how you'd say it, right? Soul Run.
Can you spell that again?
Beskir. Bezkir Warrior.
Okay.
Soul Run Bezkir Warrior. Let me read that again. The waters smell oddly sweet, but do not be enticed. You don't want to meet what lurks below the surface. Soul Run Bezkir Warrior. Beskir.
So this is one of those cards that, like, the Berserker Warrior seems like a red character, but it's clearly talking about some type of waters that are alluring but dangerous. And so it is probably a red character speaking about, I want to say, like a blue and or black card. And so, and the waters kind of make it seem like it might be a permanent of some type, but I'm unsure of that. So like something, I want to say that it's blue and or black, which is fine. So let's go. Is it blue and or black?
Hello, boobies.
Okay.
Well,
so I mean, waters is a pretty good giveaway. You know, sweetness versus, I don't know, you know, anything like that.
I have to clarify something. Because I think I kind of fucked that up with that.
I don't even know what that means. Can you reread the Flavor
It
text,
isn't
please?
blue and or black. Like it depends on how you're saying it. Is the card blue and or black? Is that what
So
you're asking?
is there a blue? Is there a blue or is it blue or black? And hold on. Is blue or black in its what is it? Color identity? Yes.
Hello, boobies.
Okay. That's what I needed more clarity.
That's what I'm looking for when I'm asking for like that and or.
Okay.
So is it in the so it could still be like blue green or black red. It still could be those like way throwing it off. But like just knowing that it's
I think we just got to make sure that it's color identity when you're saying
yeah.
that. Do you want a clue?
Yeah, I'll take a clue.
All right. The art features someone following something surrounded by ominous-looking trees. The art features someone following something surrounded by ominous-looking trees.
Someone's following something with ominous looking trees. So ominous looking trees seems swampish. So it's probably it's probably black color identity. Let's
The
figure
waters
this out,
smell
then.
oddly sweet, but do not be enticed. You don't want to meet what lurks below the surface. Soul Run Berserker is a berserker. Is that what is it? It's not a berserker because it's IR, but berserker warrior. I guess.
I don't know.
His
It sounds
name?
like the where they're from, but I'm not placing it. So,
Beskir.
is it color identity black?
Is that your question?
Does
Yes.
does it have color identity black?
Hello, boobies.
So next question I have is it black?
Wrong, wrong, wrong,
Okay.
wrong.
Is it colorless?
I mean.
Hello, boobies.
Is it a land?
Hello, boobies.
There we go. This is where
That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah. I was like, this is so difficult. Like I'm like, ugh, it's not black. Ugh.
Okay, so this is land. This is a person. What was it? That clue?
The art features someone following something surrounded by ominous-looking trees.
Somebody's following something surrounded by swamp ass trees, and it's a land. And it's black color identity. Let's go with the second clue. Is that second clue?
Yeah,
Or am I on the
here goes
third
the
clue?
second
All
clue. This card gives you one result, sometimes with fire, while other times with death, but never both, although its color identity is always both. I know it's very confusing.
Repeat, please.
Yeah, I know. This card gives you one result, sometimes with fire, sometimes with death, but never both, although its color identity is always both.
One or both in color identity is always both.
It's more of a
One is
riddle gonna
fire.
give you.
Yeah, fucking is. You
Yeah.
sphinx. You sphinx.
This card gives you one result, sometimes with fire, other times with death, but never both, although its color identity is always both.
Fire and death. It's a land that can give fire or death.
You've already figured out one.
Sure. All right, so color identity is red and black.
Is that your question?
Yes, it's both.
Hello, boobies.
Okay, so it's a red and black land.
This card gives you
They don't
one
put people
result,
in there.
sometimes with fire, while other times with death, but never both, although its color identity is always both.
Well, I mean, that means that it can give a red or a black, so it's not like a filter land. I'll take a third clue.
This card is in 24,000 EDH rec decks, was printed in Kaldheim, and is most used in Valky, God of Lies. So that last one was supposed to help you with the black and red part.
It's most used in Valky.
God of Lies.
It was last printed in Kaldheim.
Yep.
Kaldheim. Gwen's just going nuts.
Kaldheim.
Kaldheim.
Let's
just do that.
You can't even read.
All right, so it's
Kaldheim.
a red-black land. Their Kaldheim's was green, black, blue, white. Those were their commander decks. How many decks is this in?
24,000 EDH rec decks.
That's a lot. That's a lot. 24?
24,000 EDH rec decks.
Shit. I have a feeling I don't know the name of this one.
So I said this one's going to be hard, I think.
So, they might get me. I might not know the name of this. It's so more than likely, it's the red-black comes into play tapped snowland that can create a red or black. You can hit no.
Wrong.
Did they have other lands?
We read the clues again.
Oh, I guess they had.
The art features someone following something surrounded by ominous-looking trees. This card gives you one result, sometimes with fire, other times with death, but never both, although its color identity is always both. It is in 24,000 EDH rec decks, was printed in Kaldheim, and is most used in Valky, God of Lies.
I hardly remember what Valky does. I'll admit that. Whoever... Yeah, this is... Because they also had those, like, utility lands that had, like, abilities and you sacrifice them on there. And I don't know those very well either. I'd be surprised if those are at, like, the 20,000 usage. But... Was there now? Okay, so there's how many? I got one wrong or two wrong?
Two wrong now.
So far. Two wrong so far. Like, am I just blanking on a rare land cycle? Like, I'd probably know the rare land cycle, but for some reason I'm blanking on it. So, like, is it uncommon?
Wrong.
That didn't help me. So that means it's like common. They didn't have three colors. Am I just blanking on the rare land cycle?
I am drinking my
so
haterade
wrong.
at this point.
Is it a common?
Wrong.
So it's fucking rare? What the fuck? Looking around at cards that I don't have.
Cheater!
So I'm at 4. 4 wrong right now.
Right, you get one more guess. One more wrong guess.
Sweet. Okay, so it's rare. It's rare. Why am I not? rare land cycle was there? It was. Why can't? Oh, it's a pathway. Shit. Shit. Oh my god, that makes sense because it's a path.
Yeah, it follows.
And then they follow through the fucking path. God damn it.
You can get the initials if you can tell me what the card does.
I mean, it's a flip card, and when it comes in when you're having it come into play, you can choose it on one side or the other, and one side gives you a red mana, the other side gives you a black mana.
The initials are BP.
British Petroleum.
Oh, I thought you were actually making guesses. I was
No,
like,
no.
that is way off. And then I heard you
So
say
it's
petroleum.
something pathway. Shit. I forgot all about those pathways.
Yeah, I was like, geez, it's not, not getting it. Oh no.
I could not think of. I shouldn't have fucking asked if it was a common. That was idiotic. I should have just asked if it was a rare. Because if it was I couldn't remember the rare. And then if I had asked if it was rare and it was, then I'd be like, oh shit, what am I not remembering? God damn brain. Okay, it's BP.
BP. The problem is I wasn't going to remember. I remembered the second word, obviously. I don't remember any of these first words.
Yeah.
That's why I knew this was going to be tough.
I'm there with you. Okay, so it's probably what's
It's just hard because you get one.
okay. Let's just go with this.
Big crazy.
That word you couldn't say before, Bezkir,
yeah.
Berserker, at the
Berserker.
beginning, Berserker pathway.
That's your guess?
Yes.
Wrong, wrong,
Congratulations.
What is it?
It is Blight Step Pathway.
I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one. Nice one.
His actual first one was the Seer Step Pathway, but it's the flip part. And so I was like, I'm going to at least
Yeah.
try to do the front side because I think we got to do front sides of stuff instead of, you're going to see that more often than the other. It's harder to do a flip part, so.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna have to go through and learn now.
Yeah, I know that.
All
I
them
told you, I was like,
pathway names.
this one's gonna be tough. This is tough. But I was trying to give you a little bit more with I was trying to be more riddling.
No, that was good. That was good.
Because it was hard because I'm like, how do I say what the text does? Normally I go to the text part and it's like taps for a swamp and a mountain. So I was like, this card gives you one result sometimes with fire and with death and never both.
No, that was fantastic. And I don't think I would have gotten it if you would have been like, it rhymes with this.
Might step.
Yes, I would have struggled with that. So yes, I'm going to go through and learn the pathways.
Yeah.
And so
don't try to do it.
Don't add that in.
So Robert 7,
Nice work.
Congratulations. You win all 3 cards plus signed by us Keldon Warlord. So
It's a Gaia's Cradle.
Gaia's Cradle, same thing. Gaia's Cradle.
Same thing. Same thing.
So we will think of another giveaway. So if you guys want to enter, we didn't tell you guys before what it was going to be. It was just by on Twitter and on Discord and stuff of announcing what the card was going to be. So check back. If you aren't following us there, you can join the Discord. You'll find out right away. Or you can follow us on Twitter. You'll find out what next week's prize will be. And so, all right.
Lucky person. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Man, I was on a roll.
What
Now it's
finally
over.
got you with the pathway there? What triggered it?
I don't know.
You're just
I
like,
don't remember.
what rare Keldheim?
I could not remember a rare land cycle. Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of takes a long time for this brain to get going a little bit.
Well, the streak of Lowery has ended at 8 or 9. So we are starting over. next week with week 1. So every 4 weeks we will add another card on, and we'll figure out which cards are going to be added next week.
Fuck.
Good job. All right.
Good job.
So now we move on to secret.
It's not the right button.
I just like the secret layer.
Did we just lose just the tips? This isn't even just the tips, is it?
It isn't. Just
We don't know what it is.
It's a secret.
What did we do last week? Did we do that last week?
No, we didn't do that last week. What did I do last week?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Hello,
It's a-
boobies.
Hello,
Blur.
boobies. All right. So we are going to go through every single color combination and read off this little meme bit here from Reddit or wherever it got taken from, and just read it and kind of discuss for each stereotype for each color and all that stuff. And then,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it with the main segment.
I mean, it's funny. They're
Yeah.
funny, and that's
pretty
kind of why we're drawn to the meme.
Yeah. So
Maybe we should just do every episode should be based off of an MTG meme.
be really easy
Can
for
we do
us
that?
to
Yeah.
think of bits.
Yep.
All right. So why don't we just start off with the first one? Why don't you go ahead, Lowery? The first one on the list here. And
we should have
this will be popped up.
this
Yep.
up on YouTube.
On YouTube, you can
popped
check it
up.
out. And then if you're not on YouTube, we'll have it linked probably below. So check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. So white is equipments are the best card type ever created.
I mean,
And
that's what White's thing is.
do you think that's
right?
accurate? I disagree.
Life, I think, is what White is more of the
Life gain. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. That's how I think equipments are more white red
Right.
together.
I mean,
IMO.
yes, but White has the best way to like utilize them. You know, it has more things that draw off of playing equipment or playing equipment like Sigarda's Aid, playing things at instant speed. I feel like White has more of that than Red does. Don't you think?
Okay. Well, I mean, it has a lot of support for it for sure.
Yeah.
But you have some really good commanders that just work with
Right. Yeah.
equipment. You know, like a
A
Kiri.
Kiri, that's
you
my
have Jor
equipment deck.
Kadeen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, White definitely has some, you know, they have Nahiri, which is like mono white equipment that makes a ton of sense. The Planeswalker from the
I think
mono white
the support of White, like it's
goes in there.
it's more supporting than Red is.
But when somebody says white, you go life
Life gain,
right?
Immediately.
And so I think the meme might be a little bit off here,
Yeah.
but
That's all
semantics.
All right.
Semantics.
Blue. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
And it fits so well with what you wrote today on the Discord. It was hilarious. You're like, I watched a couple episodes of Rick and Morty, and I don't get
When
it.
does it get funny?
When does it get funny?
I didn't say that I
No, you
didn't get it.
yeah,
I
you
just said it. When does it get funny? And so I was trying to draw out some hate. Like I can see why people like it, but I might be just a little too smart for it. I don't know.
Gotta get back to the button.
Yep. But
Oh, good for you.
For you.
Yeah, you go.
maybe if they just made a better show.
I would just say build a better deck.
Show.
No. So I mean, like I like the gifts of it,
Yeah.
but I'm only 2 episodes in, and everybody, you know, the couple people after were just like, it's better as it goes on. Like it all builds on itself, and
Yeah.
like
I'm
I'm sure it's self-referencing, and
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is I'm also around where you are too. Like I watched the first couple episodes about 6 months ago, and then I was like,
yeah,
it didn't like grab me like, oh my god, I gotta keep watching. But I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's entertaining. I could have it on.
But
in
the
the
weird
background.
thing is when we played pre-COVID, we went over to Bill from Woodbury's, and he had it on the background. I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah, that's right. But that was
But
like
that was like episode, like season 4 or
yeah,
5.
mid seasons of it. Yeah, so
Yeah. So like I know there's some promising stuff there.
they're just trying to
I
find their
like the
feet in the
gifts.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. And Dan Harmon. Okay, so we're not even talking about blue because fuck blue,
Oh, yeah.
right? When you see blue, you
Counterspells.
think counterspells,
Counterspells.
and that's not smart. That's stupid.
Yeah.
You just don't play Magic.
Right.
This is all right.
It's
let's move on.
solitaire. Well,
Black,
that comes in
black.
later. All right, you're on black.
I'm on black?
Yeah, because you did white and I just did blue.
Yeah, how about you do black and then I can look up the joke.
Okay. Black, either edgelord or was an edgelord. I have no idea what an edgelord is.
Yeah, I didn't either. Okay, so I looked it up. It's a person who affects a provocative or extreme persona, especially online. Typically used of a man. Edgelords act like contrarians in the hope that everyone will admire them as rebels.
That's kind of funny. So
Well, that's kind of like black.
yeah, it is kind of. But when you think of black, what do you think of? Like, I mean, I think removal, recursion, draw. Like,
I don't think draw.
Yeah, you
like
don't
draw.
think so?
Draw goes to blue. Blue gets counterspells and draw.
well, I mean, I guess
Black does a good job, but it doesn't
do
like,
the yeah, I guess. And the funny thing is, I was listening to our episode. By the way, episode 160.
Oh,
No, wasn't
the
that
shit?
further back? That
that's
was
like a year and a half ago.
168 was the one when I talked. Never mind. That's for later. When
Okay.
we discussed not that long ago, like the best colors, like what their pros and cons. Remember we did the breakdown that this fall.
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that where we put a number system? We counted up all the spell. Like you count.
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So blue had
Yeah,
by
yeah,
far
yeah,
the
yeah,
most.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so what do you think of when you think of black then?
Like you said, removal, recursion. I think those are the two that really
Yeah.
kind of go into it.
All right. Red. I'm winning by turn 4 or not at all. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No,
were
you
going
got
to-
3 of them. We could have just switched. It's fine.
Sorry,
we
I'm
could have
sorry.
done like a snake draft here every
Well,
2.
you know what? You get your favorite color
Okay,
next.
I'm
so-
not doing it. I'm winning by turn 4
That's totally
or
true.
not at all.
Yeah, that's
Is
Brad.
that true?
That's
Is that
Brad.
true?
Yeah.
Mono red?
Well, I think it
Come
does say
on.
EDH stereotypes. I was gonna say when you get into like standard and stuff, red if it just like fizzles out by like turn 3 or 4. If it doesn't win by then, if you've gained too much life, then it's like red
But
is
is
just
that,
direct
like-
damage. I just think direct damage when I think of red. Like it's X spells.
Have they just done a better job in the last, like since you've been playing mono red in the last
Oh,
2.5
I
years?
guess you're right.
Almost 3 years.
They're different commanders though. Like mine isn't direct damage based. You know the commanders.
What direct damage based decks are mono red? Okay, I'm gonna get some flack there,
Yeah.
but put it in the comments.
Well,
Look, I mean, you have like Heartless Hizuku, sure, but that's like turn 4. It doesn't have to be. But like you have Magda, you did Perforos, you did
Ilhrog.
Ilharg. You have the other Perforos. I'm not saying that like it's not fully true, but I think
decks.
they've diversified red in the last 3 years. So
Yeah.
maybe the meme looks like it's 8 months ago. I'm looking. It's for some reason it pulled up Reddit. I don't have Reddit, so if I need to get Reddit, tell me, and maybe that's where I can start posting stuff to get helped out or whatever.
Number 2 will tell you to get Reddit because
he told me not to. He said it was a different beast.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
If we want to
Which
kill
scared
ourselves
me.
and get
Which-
depressed and all
Yeah.
that, just
Yeah. Oh, probably.
yeah, just get ripped to shreds. You guys are
We
idiots.
can't-
We don't get
Yep.
that to our face here, so that's we like that. Stay away, people that
We'll
are.
stay in our bubble.
Yep. If you like us, we'll keep listening to you. But if you don't like us, just keep that to yourself. I think that was like the first episode I said that. Like I was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
all right. You move on to the next one, the last solo.
right.
Solo.
Mono green. I really like big creatures.
That's so perfect.
See that? And it's like,
That is,
up and down.
the
I don't know
spelling.
if I was supposed to say that in some type of voice, but
really like. You're kind of right in the letters.
I didn't realize that we're supposed to like talk differently with different like capitalizations.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is accurate, right?
Yeah. For
Big
sure.
creatures and ramp.
Think of them when we were
Ramp and big
kids.
creatures.
That was green. You were drawn to green
Yeah.
because the big creatures.
Yep. Or ramp, big creatures.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. That's spot on. So every one of them fucked up except for green.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Why don't you do the first one again? Because I did.
We are doing a snake draft now. All right. White, blue. Totally not playing stacks.
That sounds sarcastic.
because it is.
Yeah.
White, blue. White blue is stacks.
I think of that.
I don't know.
Or flying creatures.
so.
I mean,
Yeah, that was my thought. Flying creatures, and one of the biggest things that I'm on right now, like I can't get it out of my head, but just blinking.
yeah,
You got
because that's what's his name?
Brago.
Brago.
You got
There we go.
Urion. You have a bunch of cards that just like pinpoint or like. I like it for some reason. I'm just like on that train right now.
You like
You know,
blinking.
you go through. Yeah,
There you go. That's cute. All right.
fluttering my eyelids.
Blue black. I always play a spell casting rogue. Now I don't know if I agree with this one necessarily. Rogue.
I'm assuming this is a D&D reference.
It might be. Maybe.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know D&D.
I don't either. Number 2.
Where are you? I think
Can
ninjas.
you hit the
when
nerd button? Because mine's way too loud.
I don't. I took the nerd off because you have the
All
nerd.
right.
I think I took the nerd.
But it's
off.
way too loud. I'm not going to do it.
I got Buzz, your girlfriend.
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
All right. Don't worry about it. Nah. All right. I mean, kind of. I mean, it's mill. It's the mill color, right? And rogues only mill. I wish. What's your mill commander?
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Sorry. So it's normally Bruvac, just mono blue, but the old
That should have
other
been
one,
blue black. That should have been blue black.
It should have, but then it would have been too good, and it's still good with it just being blue. But
that's kind of a good point.
but the god, the black.
Wow.
Blue
I
god.
thought you were atheist.
Agnostic,
at least.
That is true. No, the blue black god that you can tap your guys for their power.
Thanax.
Yeah. So that's mill, I guess. But I think ninjas. That's what I think. All right, you move on to the
That's a
next
good
one.
point. That's a good point. All right. Red black. Rakdos. The best removal is player removal. I don't know. Red black has really good removal too.
Yeah, it's damage and the best removal.
That's debatable. White,
Well,
I would
white
say,
is
has
pretty
like the
good.
best removal almost, which is weird because you don't apply that to white, right? You apply it to black, but white has swords and path are fucking amazing.
Yeah, but
Does
you're just
black
talking about
have anything on that level?
one drops that do that. I mean, they have a lot of removal though.
They do. They do have a lot of choices, but they don't have.
They don't
Much
have
for
one
one.
drops, but that's fine.
What's
It's Commander. You don't need
Is
one
it?
drops.
is it?
No, we're not talking about
Is
is
it?
it? We're talking about Rakdos.
Okay. Is it next?
But
No.
no. Gruul, which is green red. It's green but with dragons. True.
No.
No, it's my, I guess I've been playing a lot of green red and none of them have dragons in it, really.
Yeah. Yeah, but that might be diversification too.
Daryl and
Like just Daryl. You have your aura deck.
Yeah.
I have Nikia, which might have a dragon in it, or just like one, maybe two,
yeah.
maybe. I don't know. I'm not worried. Like when I think red green, I definitely think big mana.
Yes, and for some reason trample goes into my head. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing
Yes.
with red and
Yes.
green with trample.
They're so tramply.
Is that? And I have that other chart up. Let's see.
I'm not gonna look at that.
I know. I'm just pulling that. Trample
But
is.
yeah. Red and green
Red,
is
green.
only basically trample.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, green white. Holy shit! I love tokens. Which is kind of accurate.
Yeah, that
But I mean,
is.
every color has tokens now.
Yeah, but white and green have like the most of making tokens, right? I mean, really, I think of white a lot. But then you have the token doublers, which is why it's so nice with green.
No, they basically what they did was like, hey, white, you get this, but green also gets it, but better.
Better, yeah. And you
Like-
need green to be able to do what you want
Yes.
to do.
Like the best one in my mind is like Avenger of Zendikar. Like it comes down, creates a ton of tokens. That is an amazing token generator. That's green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it also pumps. Could have been a green white card. I'd be happy with that. That would make more sense. But yeah, You have like token doublers in green, like 2 or 3 of them, maybe even 4.
Oh, there's more.
You,
I mean,
you only have 1
Yeah.
in white,
yeah, but
you have like at least 4 in green.
yeah, because you got Doubling Season, you got Parallel Lives, you got
Those
Primal
5.
Vigor, you got Vorin Klex. The new wasn't that that's tokens as well. The new
No, that's counters.
That's right, counters. The Jumpstart one, I just ordered that from
Evolution, Parallel Evolution.
Evolution something.
Yeah, Evolution something. That's
Yeah.
a good point. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, there's
All right, 6, 6.
so many
Because there's Parallel Lives, and then there's like there's an instant that's from the Innistrad blocks, one of them, but it like doubles the amount of counters that you have. There is a sorcery that has flashback that does it.
so we just know
all
there's a
creatures.
lot of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Well, there's 6 of them. Like green just gets it.
Yeah.
Like, and tokens should have probably been white.
We say that for everything for
They
white.
fucked
White
that
should
up. Well, because white should have something.
yeah. They do. They have life, right?
They have some equipment cards.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one because it's my favorite,
All right.
probably.
Yeah.
So is
yours?
it
Red,
blue,
blue? Yeah.
blue and red? My favorite Magic the Gathering game is our archetype is Solitaire. That's what I feel like with just blue. Like you don't
I
need red.
disagree.
I think it's just blue. That it's like that's one of my biggest arguments. Like the counterspell players, I'm like you just like playing Solitaire. Yeah, you go play Solitaire.
I don't think Solitaire is just all by yourself. But so like combo in my mind is Solitaire.
Counterspell.
No, counterspell is interaction. It's not allowing you to play, but it's still stopping you.
Right.
It's still stopping you from playing. So it's just like removal.
All I have to say is, do you remember Jake's wizard deck?
Yes, it's interaction. It was me and you trying to figure out how to get around counterspells.
It was you and I trying to figure out how to play a spell.
A spell. Yes.
we
That
got
was
we
frustrating.
got our lands down just
Frustrating.
fine. This is where our hatred comes from.
Yes. It's frustrating. So it's not Solitaire to counterspell everything. In my opinion, it's combo is the Solitaire,
Mm.
which might still be red blue. That's still you get a lot of storm in those colors.
Mm. All right, next colors.
Fine.
Next colors.
I'm fine with red blue. I like red blue a lot.
I dig it too. I have a red blue deck. I just don't play the counter spells as much.
Green black. The game starts once my deck is in the graveyard.
That makes sense. I
Is that fair? That's fair.
recursion. Yeah.
It's
I think of it
there's
also.
a lot of support in there.
I think a lot of sacrifice and graveyard stuff. Yep, shenanigans. Probably the weakest color combo, but they've been trying to fix it. But Boros with red and white likes living in hard mode or is
It's an angel stand.
an angel stan. What I don't get the angel. What's the angel stan? What's
Standing is like Eminem, the Stan song.
Yeah,
You're just a big fan of angels.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's in the dictionary. You should know that word now.
Kid can't
is.
even read.
One,
I could read it. I just didn't understand it. I thought it was a misspell of saying like Satan. It's an angel Satan. I was like, all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Angel Satan? That's weird.
I don't know.
That's weird.
I was thinking maybe devils. I
And
don't
red, white?
know. Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Devils, red. I don't know. You got angels.
I think
angels and demons or devils, right?
I think red white is easier than mono red or mono white. But there is a point here.
This is where you play your equipment deck. This is the equipment deck.
Yes,
This is
I fully agree. And it should be like fucking indestructible, like head over heels.
Yeah.
Heroic intervention should not be green. All right. You got the next one?
You're the next one.
I got the next one?
Yeah.
Like the complete opposite of Boros, which is Simic, green blue. Why does everyone hate Simic? It's not broken, I swear.
I like that you're reading it like you're actually. I like it.
I'm trying to defend my deck. We're
Prob-
both green blue,
Yes,
right?
we both like green blue as one
right.
of our favorite color combos.
Yeah.
So
It's
not broken.
That's true. It's true. I don't know if it's broken, but it's true.
It's powerful.
This one's okay.
This has draw written all over it. It has ramp written all over it. So you're not only you're ramping, you're drawing.
There's a reason why people hate green blue is because it's the best.
Does this
at the two most important parts of the game, which we try and tell you, make sure you're drawing your cards and make sure you're ramping enough to be able to play your spells.
Yeah.
What is there even a weak functions that you truly need?
Is there a weak link to this color combo? Like, is there anything?
So, okay. Blue, like we were saying, counterspells protection, and green is big creatures ramp.
Yeah.
And so, like, draw protection, big creatures ramp. You're doing all of it. You're making sure you see your lands and you're ramping and you're drawing your big creatures to play them, and then you can protect them and stop them from dying.
So this that's
what Commander does.
I think what it's only lacking is probably like the removal necessarily. Do you spill a little bit there?
Yes, I did.
Stripping off your beard.
Thank God I got this robe.
The only thing I think it is missing is like the removal, but you can kind of consider counterspell as part of that removal in a way.
Yeah,
you know that's.
But green has and blue does like rapid hybridization.
Yeah, I guess it has the
you don't. How many do you need? But Beast Within, Acidic Slime. You have like top end removal of Cyclonic Rift and Azuri's Predation.
Are you trying to? I see the smile on your face talking about Cyclonic Rift and knowing that we're about to talk about it.
I'm not pushing that. It's a good card. That's all I've heard. It's a good card. It's probably in 200,000 EDH rec decks. So
you were looking it up, damn it. All right.
I didn't. I'm just making it up.
I think this is the best color combo. It's our favorite color combo. I don't play it a lot, but it's my favorite color combo because it just has everything, and you have the two.
Yeah, it's good.
Yep,
it's good.
All right, the last two color is I played this one quite a bit actually, but it's creature be dying, life total be rising. Yep, that's kind of true.
With white black,
not
Azorius. Whatever that is,
isn't it?
What is it?
It's whatever. White black.
White blue is Azorius. This is Orzhov.
There we go.
Got it.
That's true with this one. This one's sacking, gaining life, stuff be dying.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I mean, that makes sense. It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. So then we have colorless. What is the colorless, Lowery?
Why would anyone play with me? What's wrong with Eldrazi artifacts?
This just has Guy written all over it. When I heard this one, I was like, this is Guy right here.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ramp hardcore into Kozilek. Yeah. Counter your stuff afterwards, like refill my hand.
Yeah.
And then win. You know, like for some reason, doubling power or double striking Kozilek and just one-shotting people with Menace. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Totally fair.
That's fine. It's a good deck. It's a fun deck.
All right, let's move into the three colors. All right, so we have green, red, and black. An aristocrat with vast swaths. Wait, swaths.
Yeah, the E is kind of like silent.
Swaths of land. Yeah, thank you.
Can't even read.
So this one has, and I kind of started writing down commanders with these, but like the top like 5 or 4 commanders is Corvold, Lord Windgrace, and Prosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, I agree with this one, right?
It's accurate,
yeah.
Which is weird because you associate aristocrats with white black,
yeah,
and whatever, but being black red with the green makes it interesting that it actually turns into aristocrats because there's also what's my deck? The From the Shire, Vivictus Asmati. There we go. Give me a second.
Yeah. Get more beer. I was actually going to pull up the commanders just so we can get these 3.
So Vivictus Asmati is everybody sacrificing creatures. You're trying to gain value off of that, and it's still removal. Like, it's kind of an aristocrats deck. Your Orzhov deck is purely aristocrats. So like white black, I think is big, but I think it's interesting that it is a shift.
Once you get these three in there, yeah.
Yeah. So like 2-color aristocrats, like you kind of have red black aristocrats, but like 1 to 2 like, commanders that are like that.
So this may be a dumb but it might be good to explain. What does aristocrats necessarily mean for the people that don't necessarily get it? Because it's more of the sacrificing and all that stuff, right?
So you're sacrificing your stuff for a benefit.
Yes.
So something like Grave Pact. So you're sacrificing their creature, or Blood Artist. You're sacrificing your creature for them to sacrifice their own creature, or they're losing life. You're gaining life. You know, there's a benefit, or like this creature dies.
So that's why white and black fit so well with that, is because most of the time, like what it said, creatures be dying, life total be rising. Your life is going up when you're killing your stuff or doing certain things with that. Yeah.
So it's interesting that it actually shifts into like red, green, black.
Gets rid of white altogether.
And because I don't think aristocrats fits into black, white, X in the next ones, but maybe we go through and then it's like, oh, maybe that kind of works. But
I'm looking at the list. I don't think that would, even when you get let's get down to it. Okay, so then
just kind of work through it.
You're on the next one.
This is going to be white, green, blue. I am forgetting the names.
Yeah, I don't remember the names.
What is going on? I don't even think I'm that drunk. I might be gaining a tolerance that I don't understand. All right, white, green, blue. I like enchantments and hate myself.
So the number one deck is actually Arcades in this. So that doesn't fit necessarily with there, but that's the only one. And then you get
that's pretty special. That's a pretty special, unique deck.
But then you have Tulane as the next commander. So that's like that is one where.
So is that like a double thing? Like you're either in enchantments or you fucking hate yourself and you want to make everybody else hate you as well.
Yeah.
Like it's just awful to play against you.
Oh, so this is white. Yeah, so this one was Bant. If we were getting the words.
Yeah, Bant.
Right.
Thank you. I totally knew that.
So yeah, you got. But then the thing is Tulane is really the only. Well, Derevi's in there. Derevi's number 5.
That's awful. That stacks right there.
But then everything else. I mean, these ones you have you heard?
But then everything.
Tuvasa. I don't remember anybody.
That's enchantments.
That. Yeah. Gala. Kindler of Hope, Rune, RON.
That's Blink stuff.
Estrid, so that's enchantments.
Yeah.
And Rafik, and then Amaranth. So
which one's Amaranth?
Amaranth is the one that you built in the Commander Legends one. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, So. There's 2 brutal ones, Tulane and Derevi in the top 5. And those are just, but those don't deal with
Bant is nice. I think Bant is good. I think that's like if somebody pulls up with a Bant deck that isn't stacks, like I'm probably fine. I'm okay with the wall deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Derevi stacks. Every other one is like, cool. That seems like it's going to be fun to play against.
Yeah.
Derevi, no.
All right. So then we get into, is it Grixis?
Grixis.
Grixis. It just says a villain.
Dun, dun, dun. It's TM. It's TM.
Yeah.
But it's trademark. I didn't
realize villain is trademarked. Like, what? That's
what? Maybe it is. I thought they were just being funny.
Oh, maybe they were. Maybe they right. And I didn't get the joke.
A villain. Is it from the Clue game or something? I don't know. How is a villain TM'd?
I don't know. This one I don't get the villain part necessarily because
you're just the bad guy. You're like a control player that kind of like you're Nekusar. You're like Nicobolus, like to a T.
Nicobolus is down there. Yes.
Come on.
But that's all you could think of. The other ones aren't that bad. Thraxamundar's in there.
Yeah.
That's
what I was about to say.
Anala, Admiral Beckett Brass is up
Fucking
there.
pirates are bad guys too.
Marchesa, Obeka.
Yes.
The top one is Kess, which I didn't realize was played so much, but Kess,
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
Yeah,
It's a good
so,
one.
Get on to the next one.
All right.
This one's pretty good though. This one
This
fits
is-
perfect.
So this is Naya, green, white, and red. It peaked in Ixalan.
Because it's just dinosaurs. Like
Dinosaurs were. That's a good peak though. That's
Yeah,
fucking.
it
Maybe
is.
not Mount Everest, but that's like.
I bet they are like their top commanders is all.
That's like a peak though.
It's
That's
all
like Moose
dinosaurs.
Mountain, right? That's like.
Moose Mountain. No one gets that if they're not from Minnesota.
They might not even get it
if
it's
they haven't been to
Minnesota.
Lutzen in Minnesota, you don't get what Moose Mountain.
All right.
Yeah, even
It's the tallest point in Minnesota.
Yeah, is it?
And yeah.
Is it?
That's it's like 2 feet above to be able to call it like a legitimate mountain.
It's not. Is it? It's not yet. Second time I've done that. I gotta get my.
It's a good joke. It's a good joke.
There we go. You can't bleep me. All right. So then, what is our next one? We are in. Oh, Peaked in Ixalan. So what is white, blue? I never know the names. You might.
Oh, this is
know, but-
Esper.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue, white, black.
It's not EDH unless everyone is miserable.
This is true.
It is. Here's
This
the
is
here's
true.
the top commanders. Alayla, followed
Yep.
by Aloro, followed by Zur the Enchanter.
Uh-huh.
Amanatu fits in there though, so that one I haven't seen that. You made
Can't
that.
even
deck, I
remember.
think.
What's Amanatu? Did I make it? Oh,
That's a
the
Planeswalker.
Flicker Fate.
Yeah, and
All
then
right.
then you move down a couple spots and it's Send Triplets. So
It's miserable. You're stealing cards. You're staxing. You're
people are hating you.
yeah. Like if you can, like in Aloro is awful too, and all you're doing is gaining life.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't, because it just turns into a stack. But again, interesting. It's white black, no aristocrats. You're not really aristocratic,
Yeah.
and you can be gaining life in aristocrats, and you don't really do that in Esper. So I don't know.
All right. Blue, red, white.
Jeskai is creatures equal 1. Cards drawn this turn 7. 7.
So the first one is Kai Kar. That's our.
Yep. That's a
but
lie then, because you get tokens unless you're sacrificing them. So maybe you still just have Kaikar. All right, what?
But they're 1/1 spirits. There's your 1/1s.
But you're just ramping with it. You're just
yeah.
comboing. It's combo.
The next two are whatever. It's Gavi and then Alesha of the Infinite.
Yeah.
But then you got Narset is in there. Then Zedru.
Uh-huh.
And look who makes it in there. Hinata.
Already?
Hinata gonna work
crazy.
here anymore. Yeah, no,
Honestly,
this is-
like, Jeskai has some fucking crazy ass stuff going on. It's either like broken or like not really fun. I think it's really hard to make a Jeskai.
You know, if we would
commander,
have thought ahead of this, we should have come up with our own for each one.
maybe,
And then,
but that would take planning.
yeah,
And I don't even think this is how we intended this segment to
It isn't
go.
at all because we're
But
going to
it's
give like
perfect.
pros and cons, but instead we're just kind
There's
of
no pros and cons. This is
There's
just
no
going.
pros.
I agree or disagree.
yeah.
We're just arguing with a meme right now.
All right, the next one is Mardu, which is red, white, and black.
Did you look that up?
Of course, I'm pulling up because I'm trying to pull up the commanders to
Okay.
make sure I have them up.
right.
So this is Vampire Satan. No, it's Vampire
Stan.
Stan. I know.
right.
Vampire Stan or Boros player that wants to try to win. So
That's fucking true.
yeah, the first three, Edgar Markov, Kalia of the Vast, and Queen Marchesa,
Yeah.
which is the card you had trouble with on Gwen's little show there.
Thanks. Thanks. I struggled hardcore. It's
But anyways, these three though, like Edgar, Kalia, those are brutal.
it's removal. You know, it's vampires and it's
Vampire Satans.
Yeah, I mean Stan.
I read it right. I just shut up.
So but Kalia can win. It's powerful.
Yeah.
You know,
this
I like
fits.
Kelsien. I like my Kelsien deck, which is like creature removal, black, white, red.
Oh.
Again, not really an aristocrat deck.
Ishin is in here as well. It's making its way up already.
Yeah. Ishin's gonna be sweet. It's gonna get up.
One of the most played commanders in the last couple weeks. What?
Sorry. Oh, I said I was gonna get up. No, that was
your
like a
finger?
boner joke.
But
But you had to visually see me like put it near my mouth for some reason.
Oh, yeah. All right. What is the next one?
That is
Black, green, and blue.
God, I
Do
should
you
have
need me to
like
help?
looked this.
Black, green, Sultai.
Yes. Golgari, but 50% more disgusting.
Yeah, this is
Because you get to
brutal.
put cards in your graveyard and into your hand.
Yeah. So top two are two decks that each of us have. Muldrotha is number one.
Yes.
Followed by Yarok. Both of those decks are brutal.
Fucking
those
disgusting.
commanders.
But Yarok's nice because it isn't a graveyard deck based around green-black. Green-black just like lends itself to graveyard decks because there's so much support in that because of Dredge.
Yeah.
And then they allowed, there's enough like look at the top 4 or 5 cards and put 1 or 2 of them into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. And it's just like great value for your hand and your graveyard. And playing into those synergies, you have a lot to work with there. So like green black kind of gets stuck in there and it's very strong, which again, inversely, black white is really good with aristocrats. But when you get into the 3-4 colors, it doesn't, which is interesting when you're looking at whatever.
All right. The next one is Teamer. Yes, I am looking these up. I would not know
Thank
these.
God.
Thank
God. I don't know why I'm struggling.
Green, blue, and red.
Yes.
And
Calamax.
yes, that's the top deck. Gruel in parentheses. Dank Bass Boost Remix. I don't get it.
Bass? Dank bass boost remix?
Or bass,
no,
like the fish.
but it's boost remix implies music, which would mean bass.
Why aren't you hitting the button? No, not
I believe that is dank bass
Keep
boost
getting
mix,
ready.
remix.
I will cut that out and edit out so I don't sound so stupid.
Thanks.
Dank
That's
bass boost remix. Yeah, Calamax and Animar are the top two in this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, but Gruel is not Spellslinger, which is what Calmax is. But that again, this might be an older meme. But I think it's interesting. It's interesting to look at like what they've done with Commander in the last like 3 years. The COVID years. And which is only 2, but whatever. And I don't consider Teamer a Gruel plus blue deck. But it might be. It might be. There's plenty in there that aren't very good when it's like,
I think because it's going off of Animar type stuff. Like think of Animar. Like Animar, it is like that. Don't you think? I mean, it's big creatures, getting them out.
But like Teamer, like Khans of Tarkir had like 2-ish Teamer commanders. One was like big creatures can't be countered and they get to be played at flash speed. It was like the bear puncher guy. I can't quite remember his name. And that's okay.
Are you talking about the Dragon Claw dude?
Yeah.
Sirach?
Yeah. Yep. That probably wasn't said right, but
oh, how dare you?
What do you mean? I could say that every 2 minutes and just be like interrupt you and just like be right.
Surrak. Hey, I'm insulted again.
You're Sirach insulted? All right.
Sirach Dragonclaw. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Omnath is also in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 3 color. Okay.
So like it probably is accurate. Yasova is a stealing deck green, red, blue, which is like green has nothing to do with stealing. Blue, red, white should probably be stealing, or black. Black has some stealing in there. Red, white, black should turn into a stealing deck.
Red, white, black, white.
Yeah.
No, blue needs some of the stealing.
Oh, that's kind of true. Red,
Yeah.
white, blue.
And that's America.
Yeah.
It's America.
You're probably right. Yeah, that's probably the better one. All right, fine.
All right, last three color.
I'm bad at magic. All right, so this is
Abzan.
white, black, green. This is Golgari, but you want to use custom-made dice. I don't get
This one doesn't really.
I totally missed that.
Yeah, this one doesn't really have like crazy commanders. As the mutate one, that's the most played one, and then it's Gave or Gav. Gave?
Gave? Golgari or the Spore Dude?
You can't even read Guru of Spores.
Guru.
Stupid.
One,
Can't even read.
And I think it's actually, this is an
Can I say,
aristocrat's color.
We are following last week's episode up, which was amazing and got a ton of
Yep,
downloads with
yep.
this fucking shit show.
Oh, we're in trouble.
All those bonus people we got are gonna be like, why did it? I'm gonna listen to a second episode of these guys.
Well, I mean, when we look at the stats, we could tell they went back and listened and then stopped. So
Yeah.
they already figured it out.
We thought this was gonna be a really good bit, and I don't think it is.
But okay, so this is an aristocrats style deck. Because I'm building Will and Mike right now from the
Stranger
before
Things.
we spiral. I'm just trying to move on. So from Stranger Things, green, white, black, and you want Will to like die or not. I don't know the show, but like come back and forth, whatever. And what happens in the show? He's like he goes
into the why am I brain fart? No, I've had too much. He goes in the upside down. So
Yeah.
he goes,
but he's upside right there, right? Just
yeah. But they bring him back, and then he keeps.
that's the end of the show. He doesn't like go back and forth, right?
I mean,
but
kinda.
does he? All right.
Kinda.
Oh, because he's like, oh, save me! Like he flashes. Is that what happens?
Yeah, Mayor. I don't
Are we
want to
talking
ruin it for you.
What are you talking about? I don't care. I'm not gonna.
So
I watched the opening credit scenes of the first show, and that fucking thing showed up when the light flashed on, and I was like, nope.
Done.
And I shut it off. That was 2 minutes into the show, and I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah. So
It was good, but I'm not gonna watch this.
There's 3 seasons. The first season is basically him going to the upside down and them trying to get him. They get him back. Season 2 is he's back, but he's not like something's wrong with him.
Yeah,
And so
I think for some reason I saw the last part where he puked up like a slug. The
Yeah.
first episode or season 1.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
yeah.
so he was like,
So then they got to go back. Like there's a lot to it. So anyways, that's what you're building. Aristocrat style with that.
yeah. So
Okay.
there's Gave is aristocrat style. There's reanimation that kind of goes into that. Like it is this makes sense. Other than the dice part, I don't get that. I don't get the dice part.
Are just
Who makes their own fucking dice? I think you gotta like put it in the oven to like set it right, and then if you bake it for too long, it like gets heavy.
Let's not break this.
I'm just saying somebody's fucking. If they're making custom made dice, they're probably loading the dice. Don't trust those people. Don't trust them.
All right, let's burn through the 4 colors and just say what colors are not there and what they're weakest at, and read what they are. So, yeah. Okay, so the first one is minus green. So it's all the other
4 color,
colors.
no green.
We get it. You like artifacts,
Yeah, that's accurate.
Brea.
That's accurate. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of 4 color commanders other than like partners, but they
Partners
generally
is-
deal with artifacts of some type.
Yep. Okay, what is the next one?
4
Minus-
colors, no white. All of your characters are chaotic.
Because they're all good because it doesn't have white.
Wow.
All right. The next one is every color minus blue. If you made the rules, counterspell would be banned. That's us. Yeah.
That's us. Did you listen to last week? Now we just got it. Everybody's back in.
Yeah.
Everybody's back in.
All right. Next one. What do we got?
right.
We're missing black
There's
here. What
4 color, no black. Everyone likes you. Nobody trusts you. I think that's accurate.
I think
That's
like
like
a
Hug Brothers.
Lowery deck
That's
right there.
Yes. Yep. And then a landfall. It's a landfall deck too. You know, that's Omnath. So I'm just saying.
So this one is everything but red. Plays CEDH or would like to give it a try. I don't get that one as much.
Well, because like
What's in the
white,
CEDH?
black, blue is control. Green is the ramp.
Oh, I gotta look.
And
at
you're
it.
just awful to play with.
Do you know the names of these colors, by the way?
No, I don't think they have any real ones.
It says Witchmaw is that one because it's going by those.
So they're going by the.
Yeah. So it's a Traxa. That's
one.
why it's a Traxa and Thrasios with. Well, Traxa's the main
With Timna. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
this one.
5 color. That's kind of accurate. This is kind of what I was talking about last week or two when we were talking about unbanning cards. I said Golos. Yeah, it was really good, but it took away a lot of like just like crazy shit. So 5 colors, janky or OP, no middle ground.
Yeah, that's exactly what
That's
we're talking
exactly what I was talking about with Golos.
Yeah, it's what it is.
It was either really, really fucking good and people were like tired of it, or if it was like 5 color clerics deck and like it just kind of worked.
Yeah.
So
All right. That was our.
there it is.
That was a segment.
That was. I
Hey,
liked it. That turned out better than I thought it was.
We gave out a card this week, guys. That's what happened there. That's
Now everybody's gonna stop listening because we don't have any cards to give out.
well, we might. We'll see what happens next week.
I mean, we got that one.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. 2.
All right.
Excuse me, I believe you have my stapler.
Fight!
Staple versus. All right. If you guys don't know how this one works, we are going to read or pick 2 cards. What are you doing with your ears?
You're just telling them to listen up.
Listen. All right. We have 2 cards. One could technically be a staple. Both could be staples. We only have 1 spot left in a deck.
Yes.
We're assuming that in this case, it's going to be a blue and white deck because we were dealing with
At least.
Cyclonic Rift
Cyclonic
and Ajani. And then
Strength of the
you
Pride.
guys have to decide which card fits in that last spot in your deck. You can decide it could be a deck that you may play this card a lot, or just in your opinion, this just fits better in the kind of deck you're doing. So that you guys are voting.
What the fuck? That's not what you normally say. It just is working, especially for this episode.
I don't know what you are talking about.
Motherfucker.
So last week we had Blade of Selves versus Helm of the Host.
Uh-huh.
And the winner, by the way, gets to wear a fantastic looking crown.
Okay, I found my crown.
Okay.
I haven't worn it yet.
You can just kind of leave it there.
How bad was it?
Let's start off with the Discord.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, let's start off the other way around. Discord's always a little brutal. So 76% of the vote from YouTube went to Helm of the Host, which I think that just does.
I mean, that just kind of wins it though.
Yeah,
They have the most votes, right? Why
Twitter,
start out that way? Just put on your fucking crown now.
because I like to
King
rip
of the castle.
Discord
King
after.
of the castle. All right.
Twitter went 71% for Helm of the Host, and Discord. So we have 71, 76, trending. It's like, okay, Discord should be, even if it's 50% right on the nuts.
I don't know what that means. They could mean a lot of things.
50%.
It can mean a lot of things, but I think
I get
that
to wear the
also
crown.
means I'm going to wear the crown.
No, it's not what you get to do. You may
Because-
get to next week.
Because Discord is what matters most. And if you want to
Damn it.
become a Patreon, you can go to Patreon.
What a patron! If you want to become a patron. All right, I think I got it.
We're sponsored. That'd be great if we got sponsored by Patron, and that'd be like,
That'd be
go to
our drink.
Patreon to become a patron and be sponsored by Patreon. Patreon?
I should win this week in a landslide, but this is not going to happen.
Patron.
Today,
We
Junior.
need to get that sponsor.
Do you really want to be taking Patron while we're doing this? That'd be awful. Every episode would end this way, wasted.
Way worse. All right.
All right, so what two do we have this week?
My glasses are fogging.
Yeah, they are. Should I start it this week? With,
You can.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Oh man, this is ridiculous. Okay, Cyclonic Rift.
I don't even have to say anything.
Yeah, you're gonna do the whole thing of just that is it. Like I talked
You just
about
keep
before.
going. Don't worry about me.
All right, so Lowery has Cyclonic Rift. If you guys don't know, that is the blue staple of.
Oh, it's gonna win. It's fine.
Shut up! No, it isn't. I got a lot of things going against it. I, on the other hand, have a Ajani, Strength of the Pride. And
What does that do?
what is going on? It is 2 colorless and 2 white for a planeswalker. And when it comes in, it comes with 5 loyalty. And if you have 15, at least 15 life more than your starting total life, exile it and each artifact and creature your opponents control. So it doesn't just
Okay, yeah.
it doesn't bounce it, it exiles it. So it gets around indestructible, it gets around hexproof, or not that Cyclonic Rift doesn't, but this exiles everything. So
I mean, that sounds good in
Mhm.
theory. Yeah.
the other thing is, let's say this is early on in the game. I can play this card and start gaining life, or I can start making creatures. When you have Cyclonic Rift, you're not going to play it early on in the game. It just has to sit in your hand. Just sit there. And then when you want to play it, if you want to be all surprisey with it and leave your 7 mana open, then you know you have people like Lowery that are like, that player has Cyclonic Rift, everybody attack them, and force them to use their Cyclonic Rift. And then when it gets bounced, you can still play those cards.
Okay.
It's no big deal.
So
NBD.
we're gonna assume that this is a life gain deck, right? Did you say that when I was wheezing?
No. Life gain deck.
This you are considering this for a life gain deck. Let's try and even
Life
the
gain
planes here.
and creatures or planeswalkers, because you need for its +1 is gaining, or I guess it could be strictly life gain. Could be just that. Yeah, you're right.
So you got a couple of options there with Ajani. You can gain a little bit of life, or you can make
A
like
2/2
a creature that nobody
gains-
wants to play anyway for
What?
2 mana, but this is 4 mana.
Oh, come on.
Or you can do a fair impression of Cyclonic Rift, which is Cyclonic Rift, if you don't know, is blue colorless, return target non-land permanent to that player's hand, and
How
then
many?
you can overload it for 7.
How many decks is this in?
Probably
No.
500,000.
How many of your decks?
Oh, 6, 7, 8.
You said 1 or 2 earlier. How did
Yeah,
it
but
pop up?
this is Staple versus now. So
It's a line comes in over embellishing. Oh, probably every single blue deck I have. It's every deck.
I got a lot. I have 16 decks total, and I probably have it in 16 of them.
Oh,
And I definitely
good
have
for
like a
you.
Trey Lasara green white deck that Cyclonic Rift is in there.
Good for you.
Yep. Thank God there's proxies. And so, like, I mean, it does a fair impression of Cyclonic Rift. Cyclonic Rift, you could overload it for 7 and return
Cyclonic
all non-land
Rift is
permanents to each
so
opponent's hand. It's
boring.
one-sided.
It's
What do you mean
so
it's boring? Because it's so
boring.
fucking good that it's
No,
in
it's
every
just-
fucking
yeah,
blue
it's
deck.
boring. Get
It's
an
casual. It's
imagination.
competitive.
Get an
It's
imagination. Build a better deck.
What?
I would
What?
just say
No.
build a better
That's
deck.
when somebody says you need to build a better deck. You put Cyclonic Rift in
No.
it for that to
Cyclonic.
happen.
It's so boring. Just stick it in there. It has to. That's just. It's
What?
so boring.
What? I've
You
never
don't
had a
just
lady
stick it
tell
in
me
there.
that.
that's we're both going the same joke.
All right. Sorry.
Just
Didn't
stick
mean to
it.
steal it.
No, it was good. We tag teamed
That's-
that one.
All right.
Oh yeah.
No, we did not.
Just stick it in there.
Okay, there was permission asked beforehand, at least.
Well, Lowery was
Yikes.
wheezing in the background.
Yikes. But you forget that Cyclonic Rift also has that different mode. You can bounce a card.
Oh, that is the weakest
for
mode. That was
2.
my big negative.
Absolutely.
This has 3 modes. This actually, Ajani has 3
Yep.
modes. It only costs 4. So you're looking at 7. And if you're leaving
Yep.
your 7 up, like, it's a turn, like, nothing happens. No one actually
But you're in
attacks you.
blue. You could do everything at instant speed.
You're
It's
in white as
fine.
well. You're in blue and white. So
Blue and white. Yeah, you're right. White does make it worse. I mean, that's a good point. Cyclonic Rift is blue.
right? So what does that do?
That was me just going blue. And it's like,
That's amazing.
it's fine. It's
It's so boring. Only beginners use Cyclonic Rift. Are you
was
a beginner?
that was
Are you a
that start
beginner?
at the top of your paper saying it's boring? Is that
Does-
was
no,
that your
it doesn't say-
main hate against Cyclonic Rift?
No,
I'm just
my main hate was how
just
many decks do
curious.
you have it in?
well, I'm gonna lie for that. That is the concept. You know, if somebody's
What
like,
percentage
"How
of your
big
blue
is it?"
decks?
Like, "Oh, of course I'm 7 or 8. That's fine. That's."
It's funny that you
It's-
don't reverse that question back to me. That's the funny part that you. Didn't
Oh, I
do.
wouldn't do that because I know that it's in like 4 decks.
No,
and
it's-
so
I don't have blue. I only build red.
no. Okay. How many decks do you have Ajani in?
Oh, I don't have a Ajani. I only build red. So it
Yeah,
doesn't-
yeah. Like it's not even good enough to go into any of your decks. Why would anybody else want to play that?
No, I meant
How many
why
decks
did
is
you
it on
reverse-
EDH Rec?
No,
It's got to be
that's
like
not-
20, right?
You didn't
At
get
this
what I
point?
meant by the reversing. I meant to say the Cyclonic Rift to me because it's the opposite of you.
Oh, but we've been doing this for 4 years now. We know it's in every blue deck you have. I almost like broke
What?
my camera there. Yes,
No.
it is. Yes, it's
No,
even in
I-
your Yuriko deck where it doesn't make sense.
No, you know those MTG switcheroos? I took it all out last week. All those.
That's a
Cyclonic
lie.
ones.
That is a lie.
I don't know
I
what you're
see
talking
it
about.
in your crown jewels.
Isn't it fancy?
You look weird with that crown on. Take it off. It's weird. It'll feel good to wear it next week.
I also had 7 mana. That's a lot. People can plan for it.
7
People can also.
mana's not
You know
a
what
lot.
also happens? See, Ajani can win the game because it
By-
exiles their stuff.
but-
If
yeah.
you can't finish the game with Cyclonic, which that's a lot of times what's happening is people just cast Cyclonic to just be like, you're coming at me, Cyclonic Rift everything, and then everybody builds, they get it back to their hand, and then they go,
Yep.
all right,
Yep.
now we're going after that player. And I still have all the cards in my hand, so now I'm just going to cast everything. I'll get my more ETBs because I still have all that stuff
Yep.
in my hand.
Yep.
And now we just go after that player, and it's 3 against 1. And if that, I don't see Cyclonic Rift win too often. You know, I see it unless it's played as the
Well,
last.
generally it's you playing it, and generally you're
I don't know what
behind.
you're talking
So
about.
you
I
got to
play
play
red.
defensively.
I play
you need-
red. I play
Ah.
red.
So okay, here I think you're making a really good point for Cyclonic Rift, so I appreciate that. So the thing that Cyclonic Rift can do is
You
it
can
can
also
be played
check out,
defensively or offensively.
You can also check out episode 168 where we talk
Oh.
about how to fight Cyclonic Rift, and there's a lot of ways to fight that card.
Yeah. Yep. And it's pretty simple to fight against Ajani because Ajani is not necessarily a defensive card, because if you're on the defense, you're more than likely losing and not meeting the life requirement.
Though that's
And so,
if you
like-
play this early enough, you could just take over. That's what I was saying.
Gonna
I would
take
probably
over with
I would-
Ajani's Pride Mate? What do you?
Yeah,
It's gonna be a sweet ass 4/4.
No.
Is that what you want?
You
Turn
can gain
8
life
4/4.
with your creatures and your
my God.
planeswalkers. You could do it could be a white and blue planeswalker deck, and it could even be more colors. We just know it's at least blue and white. So this could be in a planeswalker type of deck.
Yeah.
This could do some damage, buddy.
I mean, it could. I agree, but not always.
Neither
And
is Cyclonic Rift.
will always.
It'll always
deal damage.
bounce it, and then you become
Always.
the arch enemy, and everybody kills you.
What?
You either
if
have
you
to
make a better deck,
No.
you're just going to win. You're going to
either-
knock out one
you're
or
either
two
gonna
players,
Get,
have
you're
one
either
left.
going to get killed. You either have to win the game or you're dead. It's the one or two
Look,
options.
and
that happen
Ajani
there.
only works if you're ahead. It's like a win more card.
Right. But
You're like, I'm getting all this life. I'm going to land it, and then
Well,
then
can
you
play it early
definitely
if you
will
want.
win the game.
You have
And
3 options of doing this. You can make a creature that can keep getting bigger. If you're in a gain life deck, that creature does some crazy
this
shit.
is going to be a gain life deck. I agree, but
That 2/2
Cyclonic
cat
Rift is just
token.
better, generically better.
So-
like you're saying, it's boring.
So wait. We're building a deck that's with life gain, right?
Yes. Yep.
So Ajani fits in the theme, right?
Oh, you think people go by theme?
Yeah.
Who?
Doesn't it fit with the
Who?
theme? We do.
We do. I don't know anybody smoking weed.
That wasn't even a good joke.
He said we do. Weed. Ooh.
Weed. Ooh.
Ooh.
That was a stretch there, Lau. What's in that colorful tie-dye beer you got there?
True story, bro.
So Ajani fits in the theme while also having removal built in on it. So
It
you
does.
can gain life, you can make creatures and gain more life while that creature gets bigger, and you can also remove all of everybody's stuff. Whereas Cyclonic Rift
since
doesn't fit
you're in
the theme.
white,
you're just
you're
shoving
so-
it in.
you're so like in such a bad spot that you need to just play better cards, which is where Cyclonic Rift comes into play.
No, your Cyclonic Rift is just your I'm playing a staple and I'm just gonna throw it in here and not even think. That's
Now,
I don't think about
I know this
things.
sounds. I'm not saying this because you're wearing a crown, but you're talking like Jughead in my head, my mind, and so like I don't think that's appropriate. Like, are there that many like Neanderthals that
And
like
the other part of it
talk
is,
like that and
we're
play
playing-
like 500,000 decks that Cyclonic Rift is in? Like,
okay,
that can't be
who
wrong.
cares? That's fine.
Wow.
But that's not the deck
Wow.
we're building here. The deck we're building is a life gain deck. Is blue good at life gain? I think if we went back to what we talked about in this episode earlier on that our
Yeah.
colors,
Yeah.
what did we establish white was good at instead
Yeah,
of
like nobody else is good at life gain other than white.
what did we say
Yep,
that
I
it
agree.
should have been instead of equipment? It should have been life.
There was
right?
a reason why
Right?
white was first, because it's the worst. First is the worst in this case.
But we just talked about this deck is a life gain deck. So
Yeah.
this is life gain.
Yeah.
It fits with what you're doing. Cyclonic
Here.
Rift is gaining you life.
Here's the example that like mono white life gain just isn't good enough. You have to add in something else to like deal with issues in a game.
We don't know
and
if
you're
it's a
adding in
three-color
blue to
or
like
black
deal with issues.
or-
And Cyclonic Rift would be the number one thing that you add in to make a life gain deck better.
Cyclonic Rift, you're adding it in because you didn't play. You're playing white. You have enough removal. That's normally okay. Let me be honest with you. Cyclonic Rift goes in my decks where I don't have enough removal, an answer for everything.
Yeah.
You're playing with white.
You're playing
just-
mono. You're
Whoa.
playing life gain,
Whoa.
which you need.
Whoa.
You-
We
a
also
lot of
just
life
talked
gain.
about spot removal and how good white was. So you're proving my point on two things
Not
here.
fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair. We can't use examples that we talked about from the
So you talked about white having the best removal.
just
That
like
is
two,
what Cyclonic
just
Rift
like
is
two or
for
three
me.
of them.
Cyclonic
Alright.
Rift is never in my deck as a game winner. It is my removal package. This, you have white. You have your removal package. Fuck Cyclonic Rift.
Yep.
Fit Ajani in there because it fits your theme of life gain. And it has removal built in on it. You have both the best of both worlds. It's right there. It's good.
I think it's obvious that you won. That's.
No, you could have not
I think
said
it's
anything.
obvious.
You could have
It's
done with
obvious.
what we
I
talked
could've-
about the drop
I
the
could have
mic
easily.
thing.
We could have been done 5 minutes ago. I apologize to everybody.
Instead, we made a 2-hour episode. It's okay.
Yep.
We're good at
It's
this.
fine. We're maybe there's a card out there that I don't know that it's like whenever somebody returns a card to their hand that you gain 1 life. If that was in play, Cyclonic Rift would be just
I'll say
good.
this. This will be my end statement. It's if you're a good, unique deck builder that likes to build on themes instead of just throwing staples in all the decks, you would pick Ajani.
Wow. What a fucking guilt trip.
If you just like to throw crap
Grandpa.
at
What are
the
you-
wall,
Grandpa
and
and
you're just
Grandma,
like, what does
today?
EDH Rec say I should build here? Oh, I guess I'll put in Cyclonic Rift because it says I should do it. It's the top blue card in the color, whatever. Then you put
It's the
Cyclonic
top.
Rift.
Did you just say that? It is the top used card in blue for a reason.
Counterspell.
For
I think,
a
is number-
reason.
I think Counterspell is the top. Actually, I will look it up right now because I have it right here. Okay, so you guys can vote. Do you have any more arguments, Lowery? Counterspell is number 1. So that's how shitty Cyclonic Rift is. It's not even the number 1 spot.
Wow. Where's Ajani?
It doesn't filter in planeswalkers cards.
You mean just like it doesn't filter in bad cards?
No, it doesn't like to have planeswalkers in there.
I don't think that's how that works. I've been on EDH Rec once.
I don't think you have because that's how it works now. They changed it earlier today.
Did they today? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why. They're like planeswalkers just need to be on their own separate thing, and so
I don't know if you checked beforehand, but what was it beforehand?
They changed
before
it already.
today, so like this morning.
I can't find it because they changed.
Maybe
it.
lunchtime. I'm assuming that they changed
didn't
it like
screenshot
tonight
it.
during dinner time.
They might change it back.
I mean, if you
We'll
did
see.
screenshot it, I doubt Ajani would show up at the top.
It's up there. It's
It's like number 50.
It's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Mono white staples. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay, so you guys can vote for which card should fit in this deck. Like I said, if you're a good deck builder, you know which one to choose.
Yep. If you're good at it, Cyclonic Rift. If you're thematic, then it'd
you guys can vote
Ajani, I guess.
on the commander. The
how about this? If you play Ajani Pridemate in a deck, then you would probably want to put this in the deck. Maybe. Over Cyclonic Rift.
You guys can vote on the community tab at YouTube. You can vote on Twitter, and if you're a part of the Discord, you can vote there. So you got 3 places to vote. We'll see if Lowery wears a crown next week.
We'll see.
It'll be your first week. Woo! All right, that should do it for this week. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya. Bye. Nice.
Bye.
Sega.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs. I'm bonkers for honkers. I love boobs. Thanks for the memories. I love